Hello, beloved friends. Today is Wednesday, May 27, 2020, a time of clear vision, right? 2020. It is also a time for our 12/12 awareness moments with Kyra, and I'm so delighted and honored to have you with us. Welcome, George Powaznik. Thanks for being here. Great to see you. And to open ourselves to what this awareness is that is calling us this day. I was aware this morning, I had a meme come through that just cracked me up. I was laughing a belly laugh. You know, don't you love that when you get to experience a belly laugh? And I was aware of how many times we don't quite give ourselves permission to laugh and just allow and understand the power of laughter and joy to change our awareness in a moment. I used to laugh every day at my dogs, and I don't have my dogs anymore. They're gone on this realm. But I find there are other things that make me laugh. So today the meme was from called the Woof Group on a Facebook group I'm on. And and it said, you know, we don't really recommend that you take your dog named Shark to the beach right now. And I started cracking up. It just made me laugh and laugh and laugh. Yeah, don't take your dog named Shark to the beach right now. You could just see it and hear it, can't you? Somebody calling for their dog Shark on the beach. Not a good plan. But it gave me a belly laugh in the moment. Still does. And I realized that one of the things that we forget is how to be childlike, how to allow the natural state of joy out in our being. And so in the process of this, I was aware, are we giving ourselves permission during the times of a lot of things changing, a lot of things in flux, energies moving through with such great passion right now. And the energies that are coming in are powerful, but they're actually freeing us to allow the natural state of joy to be expressed and experienced. Namaste and welcome to Linda Hitchings and Baba Mahadev. Great to see each one of you, along with George and the others that will be joining us whenever they watch. And what I know is that each one of us are being invited to unveil ourselves, so to speak, from the places where we've stayed away from our own inner joy. See, joy is a spiritual principle. It's a truth of our being. It is our natural state. If you watch any child, and we know that the child-like qualities are what take us into the awareness of the infinite, whether we call it the kingdom of God, whether we call it the infinite side of nature, whether the awareness of living fully alive in the moment. Joy is the natural expression and state of our being. And when we unveil, we release those things that would keep us from that, we find that joy will naturally begin to come forth. Every child, they play, and in 1 minute, if they have something upsets them, they go through it. The tears come, they scream, whatever it is that they need to express, and then they're done with it. They don't even pay any attention to that any longer because they're now in the joy of this moment. They're on to the next thing. And we, in opening to awareness, have the opportunity to say, am I giving myself permission to laugh? How many belly laughs a day are you having? And I want to invite you to, what if a part of your opening to awareness is giving yourself permission and finding ways to bring those belly laughs, to bring that laughter of the soul. See, at the soul level, we know the joy of living this life, of being in one another's presence, of experiencing and expressing the wonders of this world every moment. And when we begin to allow that and experience that, we open up at a soul level. It's like laughter is a portal into the divine awareness. And I want to invite you, if you're not using laughter, find things that make you laugh. You know, it's one of the reasons I go on to the Woof Group by WOOF on Facebook, because some friends of mine post all these doggy things, and they're just funny and they make me laugh. So like the one about, don't bring your dog named Shark to the beach right now. I don't know why that cracked me up so much, but it's just so silly. And of course, it makes sense you wouldn't do that, right? But you could just see it and the kind of panic it would create, So welcome Donna Dillon Summers and welcome Sherry Wilder Conrad. Great to have you all here. And so I want to invite you, are you allowing laughter in your own life? Are you allowing the natural state of joy to be a part of your presence? Are you bringing laughter out to others? I immediately called a friend and shared that because it was so funny to me. And why not share? And we laughed and laughed together. And I find that my greatest connections and friendships are with those people that make me laugh, right? They crack me up because they're looking at life and perceiving it from a place of seeing, the fun in it, the joy in it, the celebration in life, and that we can laugh at ourselves and we can laugh at the experiences that are out here. So I want to invite you also to notice if you're giving yourself permission to laugh enough. Welcome Chris McDaniel and welcome Julia Oliver. Great to have you both with us as well. And I hope you are all finding reasons to laugh today, reasons to enjoy the moment. The squirrels in my backyard make me laugh every day, the antics that they play. I make myself laugh at the crazy thoughts that come up in my head, and to know they're so not real, and yet they're funny. The way they come up the being, the self, the small self, they don't think it's so funny, right? The small self thinks we're supposed to be serious about this stuff. By golly, let's get serious. Well, I want to invite you to get less serious, to open your heart and your being and allow the joy to spill out. Let the natural state of wonder and joy and awe bubble up from within you. Let the jokes be shared with one another. Let yourself experience the laughter of knowing that, it is fun to look at the world with a pair of eyes that finds the humor in it, with a consciousness that knows that we're in a divine flow, a game of life, and oh my lands, we have choices about how we perceive it and what we do with that information. Welcome Ruthie Freeman and Corey Keisler, great to have you with us. And so what if we all start finding those jokes or that which is funny in the moment or is playful and light, and allow it to be a pathway into our true self, into the joy of the universe, into the joy of being alive, of being in this moment of time, no matter what we're experiencing. Joy is the state that it's not something we get to as a result. And a lot of us think that. We think joy is something we get to, but joy is a nature within us, a natural way of being that when we let go of the tension, the stress, the perceptions that would have us feeling separate, then all of a sudden the joy can bubble forth. And then we can laugh at whatever shows up in the moment and notice the funniness about life. I still am laughing. I'm going to keep laughing all day probably. I'm going to be telling everybody about the dog named Shark and not to take it to the beach. I just think it's delightful. And so I think that as we find laughter in our own heart and soul, when we find joy in our being and experience and allow it, get out of the way of giving ourselves permission to be in joy in this moment, that we are not only going to be laughing a lot more ourselves, which of course is healthy for digestion, for our immune system, for our awareness at every level. So the more we give that kind of laughter permission to come forth, and instead of taking everything so dang seriously, then all of a sudden we begin to influence. Have you noticed how infectious laughter is? You hear somebody laughing, you think, I want to know what they're doing. I want to have a part of what they have over there. I want what she's got. And that's back from that movie that made us all laugh, right? So welcome Marilyn Huggins, Find a way to bring laughter into your life, to allow the natural joy to express. Let the childlike quality in you lead you into soul harmony and soul peace and soul joy. Welcome, Ina Stanley. Great to have you. And definitely share whatever makes you laugh. See if you can make a few other people laugh today. Bring them that joy into the world, and we're all going to be a better society, better culture, better experience because of it. I find that, of course, I naturally go into bliss when I go into meditation. Sometimes I can laugh for hours. I have been known to do that, and I look forward to continuing to laugh with each one of you. May you find the laughter that lights your soul up and sets you free today. God bless you, friends. Have an awesome, awesome day.